Hi, folks. Welcome back. This is Jim Marshall of the 911 Training Institute, and this is episode 5 of Sustaining 911 Resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic. And in this episode, we're going to look at how COVID-19 stressors can impact the workplace relationships in the comm center. First of all, what are the stressors that end up fueling what ends up playing out in the comm center? Well, the worry about our families, right? About finances, perhaps. You know what? You need to know that it's just normal to be that way. And also, what about all the weird accommodations you guys are making just to function in the center? There's new policies in terms of daily ops, how things are organized, your location and proximity to other workers, all of that stuff. You got callers who are pouring into your headsets with all of their own emotion, all their own energy, and the struggles related to COVID. Plus, the rest of the calls didn't stop, right? As one of our leading comm center directors said, we still have the same murders, suicide attempts. We've got the stabbings, the robberies, all that stuff is still happening. And then, of course, I talk with 911 pros about the apparently stupid calls, right? And remember, notice I said apparently stupid calls. We're not saying that callers are stupid for calling when it seems like they are. The reality is there is some abuse of 911. There are some calls that really seem to make no sense. But then there are those where we think they're stupid, but they end up not being. In any case, those are all stressful, right? Now there's like probably an entirely new category of ASCs related to COVID-19. You've got people asking questions of you that they should be asking of doctors or their governor, or going to the news, good news sources, or to the CDC to get information about. So they're more of the stressors. But then how does that play out for you? And what I want to suggest is, I like to say, not that it's a great experience for you guys, but you're under the spout where all the glory comes out, right? All that human stuff we just talked about, plus your own work, but it's coming through the headset. It travels through the headset, then where's it going to go? Well, if we don't manage the energy somehow, it ends up playing out in our relationships in the comm center and at home. Okay, so this is what I call a stress cascade. And how would that work? Here's an example of it, right? So the caller calls in and they're asking you, they can't get into their doctor and they need to see a doctor and they don't know where to go. Okay, that's certainly understandable, but they're describing very limited symptoms. Maybe they had a headache, no other symptoms. And so, you've got a medical situation there. So if you do emergency medical dispatch, etc., you're going to play that out, take care of that. But you get off the phone, maybe you feel like that was an unnecessary use of 911 amidst hard times. You're annoyed. What else? Maybe irritated, frustrated, and you got thoughts in your head like, I can't believe it, what's going on with people. So you're upset. If we don't do anything to reset that distress, what that means is the energy that travels to the relationship. So how might that play out? You get irritable, you get snippy, you get more of an attitude with your coworker or coworkers, or maybe with your supervisors. Then they're confronting you, and then the attitude among you and the other people all starts to get a little bit crappy, right? So now the morale in the comm center sort of sucks. So then where does that go? If that's not resolved in some way, we're carrying all the additional stress of that with us home when we finally get home, and then that can play out, that can cascade at home. What we want to do in the next episode is look at how we can prevent or stop the stress cascade from playing out within you and then within those relationships, right? So that's where we're going next. Tune in. And I know I'm talking fast, by the way. I talk fast because you guys in 911 get bored easily, so I have to keep up with your mind. So if you think I need to slow down, let me know. Remember, you can share comments, questions at info@911training.net. Fire away. We'd love to hear from you. info@911training.net. So this is Jim Marshall from the 911 Training Institute. Join us for the next episode. See you.